Hey, it's a beer video, and have I ever needed a beer more than I do right about now?
It's been a long month, by which I mean a long last 6 days.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
We're you remember late in the late 70s, like I just was saying this the other day, like the late 70s during the Iran hostage crisis, around that time when the Ayatollah Khomeini called the United States the Great Satan. Boy, it was just off by like 50 years.
What they say, Magbar Amrika, man, yeah, not wrong actually.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh,
I'm sorry to anybody who's not in the United States watching this. We are horrified. Like, don't it's
yeah,
half the country that's happy with this. It's not. We are horrified. And
yeah, we're just kind of watching this, and it's uh how long do I have to look?
never did I think we were ever going to be this close to having slavery again. I mean,
Well, yeah. Well, God, okay.
it's severe. Should we not do this now? Because I mean, I don't want people to be all, it's my fault. I've had a
Yeah, maybe let's enter the cool zone later when we've had a little. Hey.
yeah. I don't know what else is going on.
Well, you saw I finished three chainmail pieces
I did see that.
weekend, including the one I'm wearing now.
I love that. It's great. Yep.
That's cool for me. Yeah, I basically had time because my leg tattoo is healing. Um, and I have like fucking Frito skin because it's winter in Minnesota, so it took 2 weeks instead of one. But yeah, so due to chronic, I need something to do with my hands itis. Yeah,
Yeah, I understand that.
email.
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't skip. I don't have my next tattoo appointment isn't until like end of May, and I kind of did that on, well, two reasons, because I've been kind of regularly going to get my chest done, and now I'm kind of like in a good spot there. And so I was like, yeah, let's give this maybe half a year before I do this to myself again. And yeah, it won't be winter where it's harder to my psoriasis is already like punching through my arms. I have a giant patch on my knee that just keeps getting bigger every day. It's great. It's dry skin.
Yeah, good stuff.
It makes me happy. Well, you
Mhm.
went first last week. Hence my sticky note that is on. This is a really technical show that we do here. I'm going to take the sticky note down.
I'm
And
so excited about my beer because there are sticky notes on the can and the can art.
well, let me not waste any time then. Um, Also a fitting beer. My beer is called Baphomet. I don't know if can you really see that guy? It's a little shiny. Mm.
Yeah, what's the brewery?
Revolution Brewing, I believe out of Chicago.
Oh,
It's a bock
I
beer.
do like some lemonade sours that I've had before that were pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some good stuff from Revolution. So, what do you think the ABV of Baphomet is, Helen?
I don't know. That sounds like Imperial Stout eat to me. So maybe like 8 to 10%, I will ballpark.
No, it's the perfect ABV. It's 6.66% alcohol by volume. Come on. Yeah.
Hang on one sec. And maybe like some viewers at home are gonna see my sweatpants, but whatever.
It's fine. I'm curious as to what's going on. Oh,
I've showed this before, but this is the Inferno Pale Ale I got when I was at Inferno Festival in 2019.
yeah.
Inferno Festival is this really good metal festival in Oslo, Norway. You should go. The crowd's really friendly. The bands are consistently great. I was a little underwhelmed by the last lineup, but I mean, I didn't go to that one, but
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, so they usually have a festival beer, and this is 6.66% ABV as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the can art, or sorry, bottle art is cool. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna waggle that around for a second.
I love it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Well, my out of the what am I saying? I'm gonna drink this out of a Friday the 13th glass because every day is Friday the 13th.
Yeah, sure is. Sure is, but
Bring a nice reddish amber color.
what
Kind of.
kind of beer? I feel like we didn't cover that.
Oh, it's a bock beer.
It's a bock. Oh yeah, that's fitting. Yeah, usually bocks and doppelbocks are they have a lot of goat imagery around them. There's some reason for this, which was explained to me by the very nice clerk at the beer store I go to.
Yeah,
I've forgotten all of it, so
it's
I
okay.
don't know. All you got is the vague goat association.
It's for a future episode. It's fine. We'll come back to it. There's always going to be goats, Helen.
I should grab a bock. They're really good beers. I love them.
Yep, this is really nice. I have a hard time describing box. That's sort of why I was a little hesitant to do this because I'm like, it's a little yeasty, but not in a negative way.
Bocks
Um,
are super malty usually, right?
yeah, it's a little malty. I get a little bit of cinnamon for some reason too. And maybe that's just my taste buds doing weird shit, but it's a really nice, pleasant beer. The bitterness is minimal. Um, it has a nice, clean taste. It's a very good tasting beer. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little useless on this, but I have such a hard time describing box and double. I have such a hard time.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like me with the grapefruit sour last week. Like I was like, I don't know, it's good. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know really what to say about it. That's what it looks like again. Like I said, it's like a reddish, amberish, little ale here. Ah, I just got something under my fingernail that hurt. But yeah, I mean it's it is let's put it this way, if you're not a very adventurous beer drinker, like if you are one of those people that kind of tends to drink more, you know, I don't know, like pilsners or just things that really aren't that challenging. But you want to try something a little different. This would be a good one. I mean, there's not anything scary about this beer. It's pretty welcoming. Like I said, it has a really nice, kind of a sweet taste to it. Not too much. Like I said, for some reason my taste buds are telling me cinnamon. I don't, I can't think of any reason why that would be. Malty, yeah, like you said. Yeah, it's just a nice solid, um, nothing too creative, not in a bad way. Like nothing, it's not overly creative. It's not God, I'm having a hard time. It's been a long day, everyone. As long as this week has been, today has not been a banner day. Uh yeah, I don't know. It's not trying to fucking be a beer that everybody's gonna talk about. You know what I mean? Like it's not that type of thing. It's not trying to attract attention to itself. It's just a good solid beer. And if you see this somewhere, pick it up. It's pretty good. And it's 6.66. You can crush one of these 16-ounce cans and drive a car freely when you're done. No, don't do that. Um, just drink to get through the next 4 years. That's what I'm doing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, you and me both, brother.
And I'm just gonna constantly be high. I'm not high right now, but because I've had to do some.
That's just about where Matt is, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, we just got to do what we got to do. Ugh. Um, talk about your shirt, Helen, because it's fucking. Before we got on this call, any of you saw this, as soon as I saw Helen's shirt, I laughed uproariously.
Yeah, I broke my no new band shirts rule, which I made after reorganizing my t-shirt drawer to buy this one, but I think it's worth it. It's for the band Health. Obviously you can all see it says Rat Girl Summer. I think this is after their latest album, Rat Wars. And the image here is the Elden Ring boss, Melania, saying one ticket to health, please.
So good.
Is a game I played for about 2 hours before realizing I do not have good enough reflexes
Yeah,
to play games like that.
yeah, I'm with you.
But guys in the band are very into that game, and I'm honestly like a little sad. I'm like not good enough at video games to play it because like everything I've learned, like I've watched other people doing like Let's Plays and shit,
Yeah,
and it looks incredible, like the design and the writing. And I like a lot of things about it. It's just not for me personally. The
yeah.
things don't work that fast.
It's all right. It doesn't need to. My shirt is also game oriented. It is Warhammer themed, which I don't play, but below it says, and I have to read this upside down, trans people existing does nothing negative to your life, you crybaby bitch. So, for all the assholes out there that are crying and fucking whining about like 1% of the global population.
Yeah, my friend Gwen actually, who transitioned very recently. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I think fondly of her whenever I see something like that. And let it just be said there it's never too late to be who you are, right? Gwen is about my age and I'm 40. And yeah, like just transitioned, I think this past fall, basically.
Yeah.
Um, I think I've mentioned this before, but when she came out to me as trans, we were in Norway. It was on my birthday trip, and she's like, "I think I'm trans femme," and I had just taken a big sip of beer, so
Bit
I
take.
almost just spit taked all over like our table.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I was able to. I think I was able to hold it in and tell her, like I support your journey, and shit.
And I
So
do too. I don't know this person, but I do as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's very cool. Maybe we could put a link to her band in the notes, eh?
I'll do that. Just get it to me, and I'll be happy to put that.
All right, so
I'm not posting this on Facebook, just because fuck Meta. Um, I
I
have been posting on Blue Sky. If you want to post it,
I need to download all like my old vacation photos
I do
from
too.
2018 and shit from Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
Tragically, it's kind of a tie for me to like, my older relatives who don't really communicate with me in a lot of other ways.
Yeah, same.
So I think I'm at least going to keep a skeleton of a Facebook profile up for now, I guess. But
Yeah, I didn't delete mine. I'm just not doing anything with it.
yeah, I really wish that like there were kind of better social media avenues for event listings at least because like Facebook's tragically best for that. It's not good at a lot, but it's best at that. And yeah, anything else like Instagram, Blue Sky, whatever, like just hasn't really, I don't know. I feel like there's an opening there for like
There definitely is.
who's like wanting to get after people that like want to keep up with I don't know. I'm in a couple like local groups as well.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like someone that wants to kind of have like a true social media app where people can arrange like little get-togethers and shit, but like don't necessarily want to use fucking Facebook
yeah.
or or-
I'm in a crime watch group for the city I live in, and
and
unfortunately, it's run by some folks that I know are Trump supporters, but they don't there's the whole thing that they run. There's no politics in it. Um, He's actually the guy who does it is actually really good at when I think he has a scanner, so like when something's going on, he'll just post, like if there's a power outage or if there's an accident blocking a street. And it's really helpful. Like I've used it a lot for things and I've posted on there before about stuff. So that sucks because it's nice to sort of know what's going on, like if something's happening in the area, but I lived without it before, I can live without it after.
so yeah, the Crime Watch group around here, I feel like okay, I'm just going to tell you one anecdote that I think really speaks volumes about them and their audience. So, like right up the street from where I live, there was a road rage incident where like someone like I don't know cut someone off, and there was like a fender bender of some sort. Like I don't
Yeah.
think it was a real serious accident,
Yeah.
like, but it was a car got dinged or whatever, and then like the driver of the car that got dinged stepped out and like shot the other person. I
Oh,
don't think it
great.
was, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it was fatal, but they at least like had to be hospitalized. Um and the and when the initial report came out, all the comments on this were like, that's what you get in South Minneapolis, bunch of fucking animals, blah, blah, blah. And then when it came out that the driver who had shot the other person was white,
Oh
the
no.
comments turned to, wow, yeah, he had a really cool little truck. Like, wow, yeah, he sure didn't take any shit there. Gee,
Oh, America.
that's why, like, I don't fuck with the local crime watch.
Yeah, I can
I'm just,
understand that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Helen, you have a beer.
I do. So this is another from Wandering Leaf. Love them. It is the Businesswoman Special. Yeah, that's
Yes.
I think Rami and Michelle's high school reunion.
So good.
A bunch of post-its on there. Yeah, like actually have never watched that movie. I have heard from like my femme friends that it is a very underrated gem. But
I saw it like around the time it came out, and I've only seen it like one time, so I don't remember much about it.
yeah, I am willing to, I feel like a lot of kind of camp movies of the 90s, like Showgirls and Starship Troopers. Boy, that's the only time you'll hear
Oh,
those two mentioned in the same sentence.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of over-the-top camp movies kind of had people take them too seriously disease happen when they came out. So
Well, the
I'm
thing
gonna
I love
say,
about Starship Troopers are the people that don't realize that I can't remember who made that movie, but that they're basically shitting on Heinlein. It's like
as they should.
as they should. Like, so it's funny hearing people talk about that movie and just being like, yeah, they're fucking with you, right?
Yeah, like yeah, especially if you watch literally anything else ever made by Paul Verhoeven. Like,
That's who it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's like this is the guy that made RoboCop, which is basically like for-profit police bad,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Also, it's really funny when he shoots the guy's dick off. Anyway, sorry, this is a session pale ale. It's 4%. Nice amber color. You can't really see it. This is a Pupper's glass. That's the beer from Letterkenny.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like you can see like the frosted logo more effectively with dark beers, so maybe I'll
yeah.
try to grab one of those for next week.
Just pour some ink in it. No. Oh, you can see it now. Whenever you had the beer when you were drinking it, you could see the logo pretty prominently.
This is really nice. Crushable, even. Um,
It's what you said, four?
4% ABV.
Yeah.
Yeah, session ales are like that. Yeah, kind of nice fruity hop flavor, very light.
You could drink 13 of them. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's been that kind of week.
Very delicious. Um, Lovely,
Yeah.
like
Well, Wandering Leaf has not steered us wrong yet, right?
have not had a bad beer from them, and I don't want to jinx it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is really good. I love it. Yeah, another hit from Wandering Leaf. I think them and Wooden Ship are kind of in the don't miss. Them, Wooden Ship, and Hammerheart. Like,
Yeah. Is there anything that makes that stand out from an like a pale ale of another brand or anything?
hmm. um, not particularly, but I don't think every single beer needs to be like super, super distinct. I think like
Oh,
it's
nor do I. Yeah.
just style really well. And I would say this is good because it's got like a pretty strong, distinct flavor profile, but it's not like overwhelming.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering if there's anything that stood out. It's almost like this bock. Like there's nothing that stands out as like,
So
super extraordinary. It's just a flavorful and well-made beer.
if we're talking about like unusual flavor profiles. I think I've mentioned this before, but I was at Arbeiter yesterday for their Lunar New Year celebration. One of the co-owners is Korean, so
Oh,
he
okay.
brought in a Korean drawing troupe, which is super cool.
Huh.
And they had a gochujang stout, which I have mentioned on here before, but I will mention again because it's so good. Um, you are not blessed with a big Asian immigrant population in your city. Gochujang is a Korean chili paste, very spicy, very warming, and in a stout, incredible. They also did a Vietnamese coffee stout.
Oh,
I debated grabbing for the beer video, but they're
yeah.
selling it in 4 packs. If you've never had Vietnamese coffee, so it is very, very, very strong coffee, brewed with sweetened condensed milk. And I used to drink it a lot when I like had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Uh, as like a like cup of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically like stapling your eyelids to your forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I can't drink it anymore. That's sort of why I was lamenting because with my level of anxiety, I can't drink any caffeinated coffee, and so that would basically put me in the hospital. Would it be worth it? Probably, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Um, so speaking of Norway and some other things, so Zach's band, Low Cunning band, I mean it's a one-man project, had his first live show this week at Poetry here in Pittsburgh, and
Yeah, video that seemed fun.
yeah, it was fun. He did a great job. I hope he does more of these 'cause it was really good, and everybody was excited to see it. And if there's no way you can't, there's no way you can dislike Zach. Just you can't. If you do, then you are the problem. Period. Sorry. There could be people that don't like me, and they could be I could be the problem. But Zach, no. Somebody doesn't like Zach, they're the problem. But it's funny. I was talking to my friend Shy from the band Funerals, formerly of Whorehound. And she's at the bar and she's talking to somebody. I didn't see who she was talking to. I just, went and gave Shy a hug and I looked over and it was Jason Head. And I was like, oh my God. So I got to talk to Shy and Jason for a good Jaden went to the show with me. So we yeah, just kind of hung out with Shy and Jason and watched Zach do his yeah, it was a nice time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jason's doing pretty good then.
Yeah, yeah. He I think where's this record? There was something his label just put out that I think I showed this before, but I'll show it again. It's a band called Iron Bra.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and they're from Norway. They're sort of a oh God, like a bluesy psych doom band.
So,
Um,
fun little Norwegian language feature sidebar. Um, so bra means just good. Uh,
Iron Gun.
det går bra means it's going well. For example, the bra like this thing
That thing.
is bitch bristholder, which is exactly what it kind of
Can't come
anyway.
up with that one.
They're making a fun little jokey joke, I think. I think that's funny.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured there was something humorous intended anyway. But there's two songs on here, Space Bitch is side A and Derealization side B. So his label's called Our Ancient Future. As you can see that on the back. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, I was talking to him and I was like, how can you put me in touch with an Iron Bra shirt? And he was like, I'll try to find you one. So yeah, yeah, Jason
I'm
had
hoping maybe I can go back to Norway like maybe this coming winter. So
yeah.
um my buddy Otto works at a record label, so maybe I'll you know, bother him about it.
Yeah, why not? That's a good idea. Um Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to dig back into the news. Like it's so fucking depressing that I don't know, maybe this is a good place to unless you have something you need to get off your chest about it. Maybe this is
That's
not good.
thing I've seen on Blue Sky about it is the comparison to toddlers touching a stove. Like
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you hit the I'm mad button because Borg are too expensive. Well, it looks like one citrus grower at least is reporting 75% of their migrant workforce walked off the job. So broker about to get more expensive. So get ready to touch the stove, buddy.
I've been saying this, and this is not, I didn't invent the thing I'm about to say. I've heard other people say it, and I think there's a really good point to it. And I think we even talked a little bit about this on here too, is that I think this is really, we're getting to a point where we need to stop looking left and right and start looking up and down because up's the problem. I mean,
Yeah,
there's always going to be shit on each side we're going to disagree on. Okay. But there is a point that I think people need to realize that we're all getting fucked, all of us.
I
We,
am
like when the
with
citrus prices,
this because like the amount of like leopards eating face shit I've seen is
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. And here's another thing. We just put a 25% tariff on Colombia, so I hope you don't like coffee.
yeah, I saw that. I'm not thrilled.
No,
Um,
I mean,
yeah, I saw like someone has already made stickers saying Trump is ruining American breakfast because like there's the bird flu shit, like
yeah,
there's egg shortages already some places and like I don't know, I hate living in such stupid ass times, man. I hate it.
I do too.
Like
Yeah,
I have to guess that this is what people were feeling when they were living through like the late Reagan era when his brain was like full of fucking worms and he was relying on astrologers.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
And yeah, I mean, and shockingly, the fucking Republicans managed to win the next election too. But um, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
The thing I think that I take a little bit of solace in, a little bit, because we don't know how long this is going to take, but these people that do shit like this, dictators or fascists or whatever, they generally don't last.
yeah, I think I mentioned this before, but like one thing that brings me a lot of comfort is rewatching one of my favorite movies, The Death of Stalin.
Right?
And authoritarian regimes are full of like weird, weaselly little shits that will inevitably like just fucking jackals that will fuck each other to death.
Yep.
Like just if there's one thing that I think really like reminds me of the Trump regime, it's like the scene in that movie where Beria is screaming at all the guys that like are trying to put him on trial, like screaming, I have documents on all of you. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was a serial rapist who was in charge of the country's defense. Sound fucking familiar?
Yeah. Yep. Well, we tried to tell you,
Hey,
but
can I be Secretary of Defense? I mean, like, I won't do this on the job.
yeah,
Apparently, that's all that takes.
yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure he's gonna abstain the all 4 years.
Yeah, I'm
However long
like
he lasts.
gonna show up blackout drunk to the Situation Room at some point.
Yeah, like he's eventually gonna do something absolutely fucking stupid, and they're gonna have to remove him, and it'll be like, oh, who would have thought this could have happened, and we'll be sitting here on the beer video like,
God, I don't
why are you
remember who it was,
surprised?
but like I saw someone's prediction for like the next couple years being like, well, I don't know how it's going to happen, but how this is going to end is like President Marco Rubio being like nervously sworn in with a very angry James Mattis like glaring at him. Like, did you see actually, they got rid of the US Army commissaries?
No, I didn't
Which
know.
is I think the big deal about that it's the place where military families go to buy groceries
Yeah,
with
yeah,
their sales tax.
yeah,
Um,
yep, yep,
no, funny,
yeah,
a lot of trumpets I personally know are military or retired military. So,
yeah, yep,
and also they like the National Institute of Health funding ties into a lot of VA shit. So that's kind of getting right now. And
yeah.
This is the support the troops party, everybody.
It
And
is. And the Law and Order party. If I ever hear somebody say Law and Order to me again, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
well, they say law and what they mean when they say law and order is they think that like cops should have the ability to suspects indiscriminately.
That's not even what I mean. I just mean they've let people out of prison this week who
Yeah.
assaulted cops, their buddy.
Yeah. So a sentence I had to deal with being real, something I had to really like kind of process is the fact that the president of the United States just pardoned the voice actor for Jimmy Pesto.
That's right. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this fucking I have to sit with that for a second.
yeah. Oh well. Oh, but Biden pardoned his son. And I'm not
In terms
defending him,
of
but
failed children, I feel like Hunter Biden was a mostly inoffensive one. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever, the guy had a bit of a drug problem. Like,
The only person he was fucking up was himself, as opposed to the rest of the country.
yeah, he didn't, I don't know, he had like some fucking make work job on some like board of an oil company or whatever. He didn't start some thrifty ass nonprofit. He just like paid for a bunch of hookers and apparently tipped well. So,
If you're a
okay.
hooker. All right, well, that's I think that's this I've had enough. I can't talk. My dryer died. Well, it didn't die, but we had a big disaster with the dryer today, and it was just it was a day. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get real high and
Sounds good.
go watch the end of this AFC Championship game. Unless the Chiefs are winning, then I won't. And I'm gonna watch a bunch of episodes of Silo.
Sounds good, buddy.
Everybody out there, go enjoy a beverage, as many as you fucking need, and we'll be back here next week. It'll be February. We'll have made it through part of a month.
Uh-huh.
All right. Bye.